Hey guys, welcome back to my channel and another video. In this video we'll be carrying on with the pumping out of the Mini, so I hope you enjoy it. Okay, I'm going to start pumping now. And there's actually quite a bit of movement here, so I'm actually going to just take the phone and read and show you guys how this panel is actually coming out. Okay, so I'm pumping, and as I'm pumping I can actually see this crease opening up, and you can actually see there's definitely movement here, because they were almost on 610 and this crease definitely came out a little bit here. Like they were on 610. I'm going to pump it over 610 because it generally pulls back. So I'm going to give it a few more pumps. You see it's moving to 615. So what I'm going to do, I'm actually going to leave it on 615. I'm just going to leave it on 615, and I'm going to give this section a knock. I'm going to give this section a knock here, just to eliminate this dent here. Then that will prevent the metal from wanting to return to that position. And if I actually look at it like this, she definitely moved. Yes, you can see this crease here. If you run your eye, you can see a little crease here, but that's dent, not the actual frame. So I'm actually going to give this a smack or two here. Okay, so I gave it a few knocks off camera. It was a bit difficult for me to hold the phone, so I'll just give it a couple of smacks like this, and I can actually feel that dent is gone there. It's still under pressure, and if I measure the distance across here, we're almost on 620, so I'm going to release it now, and I'm actually going to see where she jumps to. So I'm releasing now. Okay, so that's the pressure off. So let's see to what the body, so the body returned, and she's just on 610, just on 610. That's against the that's against the ashtray on that side, and this side just on 610. So it actually pulled back about 5 millimeters after releasing the pressure. So I'm actually going to close the door now, just to see what difference that made after that pump. Okay, let's just check the door. So she closes fine. Definitely opens a little bit tighter, because obviously the hinge and stuff inside there shifted a little bit. Because I can actually see the knock there, but I mean that's a quick adjustment. That still lines up there. So obviously when I push this side out, this caved in slightly. I think I'll just pump up a little bit here now. I'll bring this side out a little bit here, see what happens. Right, so with this pump that I'm going to do now, I think I'm going to put it next to the safety belt bracket on that side, bring it up and actually pump here, actually pump this section out here. Because what happened now is this section got pushed out, this section is staying where this section didn't move, so she actually curved a little bit like that. So I'm actually going to pump this side out now, and then to bring that straight. Okay, let me just set up my gear. I'm gonna take this long bar here. Take this long bar, stick it at the back here, and stick the foot on there. I'm gonna stick it on that side and check the reaction out. Okay, let's start pumping. just want to make sure that we're not exactly on the spot on that side, so I'm going to just jack it out a little bit more. Then we're going to just set this side quickly here. Like that. Okay. That's now where it has to be on that side. Okay, so she's locked onto the spot that I want to jack out, and I'm actually going to measure the movement. I think it doesn't have to move too much. I'll just put it anywhere on that side and start pumping. Okay, moved about 5 millimeter. I'm going to give this section a knock here. Just take this camera. I'm going to give this section a knock here, because obviously creased a little bit there. Just give that a knock there. Okay, so we obviously pumped this section out here. I'm going to try to close the door, which I doubt. Oh yeah, I won't be able to because we got this pipe in the way here. But I'm going to release. I'm going to release now. And let's just see what happens. Okay, right, let's close the door again. Okay, so after pumping out across to this spot, I pumped out this section here. I actually raised off camera, I pumped this section, and off camera I actually raised it up and pumped this section out here. So now let's test the door. Okay, so she's closing 100 perfect, and if I open it up now, there's no, if you can recall in my previous clip, I had to tug the door. You can see I can push here and use one finger and I can open it up effortless. So obviously this section is pumped out now, and the door's actually liking it. So I think as far as pumping goes, I think I brought the frame out to where it must be. This is the outer side that's still tucked in here, but I think the frame is more or less correct. I'll start pushing the dents out now and see what happens. Okay, so don't know if you can see it on camera. There we go. There we go. That's the dent I want to tackle now and try to bring that nice and flush as near as out. So let's see what I can do about this dent. Right, so after some knocking and bashing and pulling, you can see the dent is mostly out. There's still a little bit of a indentation there, because you can see this rust here is showing that this side is still a little bit low here. That I can tackle right now. But as far as this line goes here, This is undisturbed here. This is quite fine. Just from here down to about here, there's still a bit of an indentation. Down here, it's not looking too bad. This isn't too bad here. Maybe slightly here. Maybe slightly here on this scratch. But other than that, this panel did not come out too bad. Let me just tackle this dent here quickly. Okay. Just give this thing a couple of knocks here. So I'm using this mallet, soft on the metal, and just bang this side, dent out from the back side here. Seem to have worked. Come from this side. Seems about right. Just tap this bit here. Feels about right. This is just to grind this off now, because this is now the paint that's now actually higher than the steel. But that dent seems actually much better now. So I'll just work this, finesse this a little bit more here. So here's maybe just a little bit of a push here. And then I'll check the door out again. Okay, so the door actually opens and shuts quite okay. I'll mess around with it a little bit more, but later on. But I think what I'm going to do next, I want to pull this dent out here, because if you look down, you can see it's running in and then back out again, whereas it must kind of run in a straight, on a little bit of a curve. Actually, let me just go to the other side and show you. If you look at on this side, you can see it runs at a continuous curve. So this side is obviously pushed in. You can actually see it. You can actually see it here. You can actually see the little cave in there. There you can actually see it. Actually see it doing that. From there she's going and dipping in and then coming out again, whereas I wanted to carry on straight over. So I'm actually going to try to get this dent out here, just to give visually, just to have this correct here before I carry on taking the door out. So this is where I end this video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe and hit the notification bell not to miss it on the next one. And don't forget to tell your friends about it. Let's grow this channel together. Until next time, cheers, bye.